It is a very busy time in the recruiting calendar, and that means it is a busy time on the Venezia's Pizzeria Recruiting Roundup. I'm Jordan Ham, and I'm joined by Isaia Glass, Queen Creek offensive lineman, multi-sport athlete, and he narrowed his list down to 7 that he's really considering closely. First off, Isaia, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
Why now? Why go ahead and cut this list, kind of progress throughout your recruitment?
I think the biggest thing was a lot of coaches were still recruiting me, and schools that I probably weren't going to consider, and I don't want to waste their time in recruiting me and trying to put time and effort into it if I wasn't going to consider them. I feel like that was the best for them, for me, not to waste their time, and yeah, that's probably the biggest reason.
And as you look at this list, there are 4 Pac-12 schools, 3 Big 12 schools. So you're staying consistent with the schools. Let's just kind of go through each of them one by one, and you can kind of share with what jumps out to you about this program. So we'll start with the in-state Arizona Wildcats.
Probably the biggest thing is probably being obviously in-state. That's big for my parents and my friends and family and everyone else if they want to come see my home games. And probably the coaches there seem really genuine and cool, and they've been recruiting pretty hard. So that's probably the biggest reason.
Oregon State has recruited you quite hard over the past couple of months since we last talked, and they have recruited Arizona very well. When we last talked, you said that they really liked your athleticism and they like having athletic offensive tackles. What's the biggest draw to the Beavers and the turnaround that they're in right now?
Probably the biggest thing is the coaches and their scheme, and that involves their tackles, and how they explained to me how I would fit in their schemes for offense, and how they need a athletic, not really a heavy set type tackle to fit the way they play. So that's probably one of the biggest reasons.
And Washington State, your first offer, that was with Coach Leach leading the program, but now there's a new regime in there, Nick Rolovich leading the charge for the Cougars. How has that transition been now, still going through the recruitment process now with a new coaching staff?
Yeah, it's been pretty good actually. I've talked to Coach Rolovich. I've talked to mostly the O-line coach, but I've talked to a bunch of coaches at Washington State, so it's been going pretty good with them too.
And what is it about that program that jumps out to you?
I like that it's a college town, and I might get repetitive, but a lot of schools, with all the top 7, they're after pretty good relationships with the coaches. Probably one of the biggest things, and with them, a lot of the coaches seem really genuine and cool, and they've been recruiting me pretty hard. So yeah.
And the Utah Utes, plenty of players going off into the next level in the NFL draft last week. Obviously, one of the more consistent programs in the Pac-12. What's the big takeaway from Kyle Whittingham and his program?
I think it's a great program. I think it's one of the powerhouse programs of the Pac-12, especially a powerhouse for producing NFL talent. And I think it's a big-time program that I can see myself playing at. Definitely want to get down there for a visit to check out the area and see if it feels right.
Oklahoma State in the last recruiting class went and got Matt Polk and Cade Bennett on the offensive line as Arizona commits. They're trying to continue that here with you. What is it about that program and the fact that they've gotten a couple Arizona guys and starting to build that pipeline to Arizona?
Yeah, that I think that's big time. I've talked to Cade a little bit about how it is up there, and they're a big time program to me, and they've been recruiting pretty hard. And another thing, like I said, the coaches seem really genuine. They hit me up a lot. They check on me, and that's why I like them.
And Iowa State, another program that has gone into Arizona, really ramped up the Arizona recruiting in the past couple of years. And you have Brock Purdy as a potential Heisman dark horse, but plenty of guys, no matter if it's in the on the offensive line or some of the athletes, they've been able to come in. That turnaround, because Iowa State wasn't really a household name just a couple of years ago, but now it seems like they're kind of the giant killers in the Big 12, and now kind of going up into those upper echelons of the conference. How much of that did it played a role in you adding them in this top 7?
I think that's big time. Just to see them I think it turned into a really good program. Like they've been one, but they've been doing really good. And also, I kind of hear how it is over there because our old quarterback Devin Larson goes there now, and so he tells me how it is. He said how much he likes it, and also again like the coaches have a good relationship with them. So yeah.
And the final team in the top 7, of course, no order here with the schools that we're talking about, but Kansas State, what do you like about them?
Kansas State, to me, they're really like a big time program. I think they have good football over there. The head coach was the one on me, or that I called to when he offered me a scholarship, and we've been building a pretty good relationship, and I think that's big time football, which is something that I would like to be a part of, possibly.
Do you have an ideal timeline on when you'd like to make a decision on your commitment?
Not really. I kind of wanted to take a few visits to kind of compare some places and how I feel there and stuff. But I guess that kind of got set back. Like I didn't really have a time, but it kind of got set back due to not being able to go anywhere right now.
Mhm.
But never really had like a certain time period where I wanted to commit.
Isaiah, we appreciate the time and congratulations on narrowing the list, and good luck as you navigate your recruitment.
Thank you. I appreciate that.